There are some videos on YouTube that are just too difficult to watch. And I'm not talking about the stuff that's clearly against YouTube's community guidelines. Stuff such as animal cruelty, domestic violence, what have you. I'm not talking about that kind of stuff. This is more of a review of common videos that we see on YouTube that are troubling to see, at least for me. And for the record, I'm not advocating YouTube to create policies against these videos. Not at all. It's just as a YouTuber like all of you who likes checking things out on the website, I found these things most troubling, these videos most troubling to watch and just awkward. I think one of the hardest genres of videos to watch would be the Hickey pranks on boyfriend. They apply what looks to be a Hickey, but it's just makeup. And then they film the reaction of their boyfriend or maybe, you know, spouse. And it's just so mean. That's all it is. I mean, I get the humor. I do get the humor. But it's so mean. So I don't know. Those are so hard to watch. I saw one by Alyssa DeHart, and I thought, wow, cool. It was exciting. And then until I saw the boyfriend's reaction, and I thought, man, this poor guy. I understand the YouTubers, they want views, and then so they do this. But I mean, for the 5 minutes or whatever that the boyfriend thinks it's real, that his girlfriend was cheating on him, I feel for him so much. I feel for those people, and it's hard. It's so hard to watch. But then there's a euphoric sense after, like when the girlfriend says, "Oh, it's just a prank." But at the same time, it's like, what the heck?
It's lipstick. Is it not coming up?
It's real funny, Lissa. Real funny. No, I don't want you.
Yes, you do.
I was about to cry.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that, because I understand both sides. But it's just when they drag it on, when these people drag it on, it's just like, stop. Now, on a more serious note, videos in which you see little kids and you can tell that little kids are being coached on what to say. They say words that there's no way they could know. And of course I'm making assumptions, but it's so clear. You just know that they're being coached on what to say to the camera. And I don't like that. I don't like seeing little kids on YouTube being a part of big roles. I think they're being taken advantage of that way. And YouTube is cracking down on this. So this is the more serious note of this video. But I don't like seeing it. Like even before YouTube, on Oprah, I saw this clip of this child preacher, and what he was saying was he had no idea what he was saying. And then people in the audience are like, what does it mean that you're saying? What do these verses mean in your own words?
Well, why I'm screaming is the Bible definition of preaching is Isaiah 58:1. It says, "Cry aloud, spare not, lift up your voice like a trumpet."
Stay away from the Bible, Duffy.
Tell us in your own words.
How do you stay away from the Bible if you're going to preach, though?
The Bible says you're to speak as the oracles of God. If you don't want to talk the way this Bible talks, you should keep your mouth shut.
What we're saying is, though, Duffy, do you understand what you just said? Could you put into your own words what you just said?
Yeah, I know what it means, but I just can't.
Please let him speak. Yes.
Means well, I know what it means, but it's just hard to understand. But you gotta realize that the prophets were out there saying, "Thus saith the Lord," and they didn't even know who it was. They didn't understand what they were saying.
And the kid said, it means exactly what I said, but it's just he was repeating what the Bible said verbatim. And it was just kind of scary. I don't like seeing kids do that. And it reminded me of when I was in church. I remember there was a Christmas play, and there were these kids saying stuff. And you know how plays work is adults say to children what to say. And the kids remember it, and they go on stage, and they say it for the appeasement of all the adults watching. And these kids were on stage, little kids, probably like 2, 3, 4, I don't know. So they were little kids. They were saying words such as Savior and redemption and Sabbath. I thought, these kids don't know what they're saying, really. And it's just, and you could tell that there was an adult coaching them as they were saying it. You know, you could hear them whisper, kind of, but the little kids were in front of the church. You could hear the adult whisper like come on, say this, say that, or just to kind of remind them on what to say as they were struggling to get that out in front of a crowd of a couple hundred people. And it just felt so weird to me seeing that. It felt so disingenuous, and it felt like they were being victimized, honestly. Because they have no idea what they're saying. They're just being told what to say. They don't know what they're saying, what it means. And so I had issues with that. So that was when I saw that video, it totally reminded me of that day being in church. And I was probably early mid-teens when I saw this. I thought something is screwed up here. And I'm not going to bash that, this video isn't about bashing the church. But it's just you see things and they bother you, whether on YouTube or in real life. And so that was kind of reminiscent of that experience. And when the kids were saying things, all the adults in the audience were being like, "Oh, that's so cute, that's so sweet," and they were so happy for what the kids were saying. It's like the kids are only saying what the adults told them. It's just like a parrot. You shouldn't be proud of the kids for being brainwashed. Oh, I said brainwashed. What? And it's weird because on YouTube you see that too, where kids almost like they remembered a script, and it's just weird. It's just. They're being taken advantage of for views, for their parents, whoever's intentions, whoever's motives are behind the production. Definitely adults. A little kid isn't going to do this on his or her own. But it reminded me also of that yodeling kid on YouTube who was yodeling at Walmart. I watched an interview when he was on the Ellen Show, and it just seemed very, it's hard for me to say this because I can't prove it, but the way he was talking, it just sounded completely like he was remembering what adults told him to say. I could be wrong on this, but it sounded so unnatural when he was being interviewed, and he would say, let me check it out right here actually. Let me find the video.
The driver's name was Ernie, and so that's the exact same name as my grandpa.
Oh, really? What a coincidence. We didn't even plan that. It was all meant to be. So, do you like LA?
Yeah, but I'm a country boy, and out in the old country, all we do is bale straws of hay, and next thing you know, you're sitting under a tree taking a nap with your hat down and a weed in your mouth.
Okay, so you want to be a famous country singer, right?
Yes.
And what will happen? Let's say that dream comes true. Then what?
Well, I'm going to save up all that money, and I'm going to go to college, and then I'm going to move to Florida, and I'm going to work my way up in a motorhome.
I don't know. When he said that, it just sounded. It just sounded like his parents told him to say that, or his grandparents, or something like that. It didn't seem very real. But that's okay, I guess. I don't know. It really depends on how good their influences are. ASMR eating channels. I've never heard of ASMR until I saw that in the comments years ago. You have an ASMR voice, whatever. So I checked it out, and I can't experience ASMR yet. I'm trying to train myself to. But I've stumbled across some ASMR eating channels. And it's, for those who don't know, ASMR is a feeling of, it's like a tingly sensation you get. It starts from your head and goes through your spine, and I guess it feels good, it feels euphoric. I don't know, I've never experienced it. But some people, they get that sensation from watching people eat stuff, and so there are tons of channels out there, and I didn't get it because I saw these channels with millions of views of people eating stuff, and I saw this, and it's just, to me, it's just so hard to watch. It's annoying. I can't stand it. Like, there was this girl, she was eating, and they have these really, really good microphones that you can hear their fingers going like it's just insane how the equipment they have. But this lady was eating honeycomb, and it was just so juicy and so liquidy, and it was just terrible. Oh, sick. But, to each their own. I don't really care. I think that's great. If people like watching that, that's fine. Absolutely. But for me, it's just torture. It's actually kind of funny. It's just so weird. I don't know. Oh, also paparazzi videos. I can't stand those. And they get so many views too. I don't understand. It'll just be a video of some actor or actress drinking coffee at some coffee shop or something like that. It'll be something, just a famous person doing mundane tasks, whatever that may be, and it'll just get so many views, and then people will scrutinize their every single move, and it's just so annoying. I hate seeing that. It's just like, give them some space, you know? I mean, I know they're in public, and I know that people can film them, and they have the right to film them. At the same time, it's just so annoying, and some of these actors or actresses or singers or whoever it may be, they're like almost like ambushed, and it's by tons and tons of paparazzi, and I can't stand watching that because I feel bad for them. It's like they're people, you know, and they're treated like they're things. They're treated like they're not people, like they're a display. And so, you know, photographers, they'll go right up to them, and they won't back off, and they treat them like objects, like they're an object, and they're walking down the street or whatever, and they don't have any respect for the people. I think they just want to make a couple dollars, and I think that's wrong. But man, it's like Justin Bieber especially. If I see a video that says something like, "Oh, Justin Bieber does this or that and that," and it's a paparazzi video or whatever, it's like, why do people care so much? Really, because a lot of people have this same mindset as me, thinking that it's wrong that they're always, these celebrities are being ambushed by the paparazzi. But they continue to watch the content, and they comment that it's wrong, and blah blah blah. But yet they're still consuming it, and so that won't really send the message to the industry that what they're doing is bad and they should stop, you know? Because where there's money, people will follow, even if it means stalking people for a living. Honestly, I have watched a few videos of the paparazzi thing, you know, the paparazzi videos, and I smiled so much when I saw Justin Bieber, and he just like ran over a paparazzo.
Oh my God!
I think that's a singular version of paparazzi, and it was awesome. Oh, I can't believe I said that, but I thought, like, yes, karma, you know. And I like seeing those videos when that happens. I don't know. I'm just kind of sick, I guess. But no, it's just because, dude, it's like, because so many times when people are behind the camera lens, they forget that real life is happening around them. They're not really aware of the surroundings and what's going on. And it's just so stupid. It's like there's zombies behind the camera, just wanting to get that shot or whatever. And it's just annoying. Like those guys must be so annoyed. And yeah, so I don't feel bad for the paparazzi if they get hit by a car, as long as they're not like injured or anything, and as long as it's not malicious. Like if they're in the way and if it's their fault, then I can laugh at that. But other than that, you know, disclaimer. Other than that, of course I care about their safety. Maybe not. No, I don't know. Also, YouTubers now, it's so weird because it's almost like there's such a lack of content, where it seems like people they want to create something new, and so they create drama, and they beef on other YouTubers, and you see this all the time where YouTubers call each other out, and I think a lot of it is fake, to be honest with you. I think a lot of it is just so that each prospective YouTuber can get more views, by crisscrossing and, you know, having some crossfire. But it's just cheap. I think it's cheap. And when the YouTubers call each other out, I think it's stupid. I think it's so cheap. But you know, if that's their strategy, if that's their game plan on how to get views, it's working. You know, it definitely works. But I don't like it when people use names of other YouTubers in their title to get views, and you see this all the time. And it's like a YouTuber who isn't original. What he can do is, if he wants to build a following, is he can just create a video smacking some other YouTuber. And I'm not talking about being critical to another YouTuber and having some sense behind that. Not at all. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about personally attacking another YouTuber. That doesn't sit well with me at all. But there's a difference between criticism and, yeah, it's an open website, or anyone is free to discuss these things. But when people make fun of each other, other YouTubers, it's just like, dude, it's like you're in the same thing. It's like people who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. You know what I mean? Watch out. You know, it's coming back at you. I don't know, but there's so many good videos on YouTube. I love this website, and like I said, I mean, some of the videos that I've mentioned, they're not necessarily bad videos. They're just hard to watch. Like, I was very entertained by Alyssa DeHart's Hickey prank on boyfriend video. I thought it was so mean and so cruel. But as long as the boyfriend's cool with it, I guess I can have a laugh. But if I was on the receiving end, like, I'm foreshadowing here, one of these days something bad is going to happen. when a boyfriend or a girlfriend or whoever is being pranked like that, because you're just playing with their emotions so hard. And that'd be so devastating. And it's like how long some of these people drag it out. And the pregnancy videos, honestly, I'm a little biased because it's not like I have kids, but I could, you know, financially support a kid. But it's like, I would rather, like, the pregnancy pranks on boyfriends or girlfriends, I think, isn't as bad at all as the Hickey prank, because the Hickey prank is about cheating, and that is not cool. Whereas the baby prank, I mean, yeah, that's a big deal, having a kid, especially if you're not equipped to have a kid, you know, if you're younger or whatever. But at least no one cheated, you know. There could be a combination of both, you know. Oh, geez, I don't even want to know if that's true, but I'm sure there is, you know, the cheating on the. I just don't. I don't know. I think it's just mean. It's just, you shouldn't play with people for views, you know. I don't know. I really don't know, but I don't know how I feel about this. You know, some videos on YouTube. It's just, YouTube is so entertaining. In any case, you know, whether you're whether you're cringing, whether you're laughing or smiling, or offended, or I don't know. It's just, YouTube is a great place. I love YouTube. I was suspended from school in middle school once, and the day after I created a YouTube account. And it's a good place. It's an escape, you know. I like it a lot. I like it a lot, YouTube. YouTube is cool. This is the most stupid outro ever. Right, this is a stupid video. I don't know, I'm just testing the background. You know, the decor. And Skelly. That's my girl. That's my girl. 48-star flag. Very good. That's a very old flag. Focus. It's a very old flag. Look at this. YouTube is so nice, by the way. YouTube gives you stuff. I love YouTube. They give you so much cool stuff. Oh, that's about it. So goodbye, everyone. I hope you enjoy the YouTubes for many years to come. Okay? Goodbye.